Alright, what is going on guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel. Now today what I've got for you guys is another Superman and Lois video. At the time of this recording, we are about a month away from the series premiere of the latest brand new superhero series over on the CW. Last week, after the Batwoman Season 2 premiere, it was announced that there would be a special 2-hour premiere event on Tuesday, February 23rd for Superman and Lois, which was later elaborated upon by the CW, letting us know that this 2-hour event would feature a 90-minute pilot episode accounting for ads, as well as a 30-minute Legacy of Hope special directly afterwards. At first glance, this comes as quite the surprise, as for the last few months, we were all under the assumption that The Flash Season 7 would premiere alongside Superman and Lois's premiere episode, but honestly, after thinking about it for a bit, this news does make complete sense. The Superman and Lois pilot seemed to take forever to actually finish filming, and with this special event giving us an extended pilot episode, all of the pieces are starting to fit together. And don't worry too much about Season 7 of The Flash, as that has just been bumped by a week and will now start March 2nd, where it will air alongside Superman and Lois, as originally intended. But coming off the heels of this announcement, we also finally received our first true trailer for the brand new series, if you don't count the Family Crest one from a few weeks back. That trailer was more or less just a kind of hybrid animation live-action hype-building teaser, which didn't really give us too much other than some cool Superman symbolism of holding the metaphorical pieces together and focusing a bit on the family aspect of it all. However, we now have a full-on minute-long story trailer for Season 1 of Superman and Lois, giving us a feel of what to expect from the series when it begins next month. So as always, I'll link the full trailer down there in the description below if you'd like to check it out and have not already. But with that out of the way, let's go faster than a speeding bullet, leap tall buildings in a single bound, and become more powerful than a locomotive, and just fly right into this thing. Right away, I've got to mention it, everybody else did. The fact of the matter is that it is pretty obvious where the extra HBO Max budget for the show went. It looks absolutely beautiful, cinematic aspect ratio, professional color grading, top-tier cinematography, and it just has that movie feel to it. My only complaint could be that I'm not the biggest fan of the color grading in certain frames of this trailer. Most of the time it looks great, but there are a handful of shots here where it just looks super dark, or like someone has the LUT filter turned up to 100% accidentally. Not the biggest deal in the world, I overall love the look of this trailer alone, but a couple of instances could use some work. But on to the actual story aspects of this trailer, it appears that we will be getting some flashbacks or a bit of a recap of events up until the present day of the show with Superman and Lois, where we get some shots from their wedding. There's a mention that seemingly both Jonathan and Martha Kent have unfortunately passed at this point, which could be a possible main reason why Lois and Clark end up moving the family back to Smallville. There's a scene of Clark and Lois in the Daily Planet, and it seems like Clark may have lost his job for whatever reason, but Lois, I think, will still have some story there throughout the series. We also get a cool little from the creators of the Flash card that, well, flashes on screen before we get out to a super nice view of the Kent farm, again showing off that stellar camera work. There is another shot of Clark and Lois, this time on the farm as they look out at one of their sons, which is then followed by an interesting encounter between Clark and Lois's father, General Lane, to go along with the trailer's voiceover. It seems like he'll have somewhat of a substantial role in this season, as he's kind of questioning why Clark moved everyone back out to Smallville, so I'm guessing he may be one of the factors that draws Clark back into his duties as Superman. Next couple of shots here are some of the most interesting ones throughout the entire trailer. We have a stash of kryptonite, followed by a Master Chief Doom guy looking dude all armored up. It seems like the consensus here is that this is the character of the Stranger, who is supposedly going to be an alt-Earth Lex Luthor with a bit of a twist, so that should be pretty exciting to see unfold. I did also really love the line from Clark after he's talking to Lana Lang, who he knows from back in the day, where he says, "Really wish I could get drunk sometimes." So there you go, guys. Even Soups just wants to enjoy himself every once in a while after, as Lana said, carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Continuing on though, we get a couple of really cool Superman moments with Clark out in space encountering what appears to be the Stranger in his suit, as well as just some cool hero shots. Another big moment of this trailer comes with Jonathan and Jordan Kent, Lois and Clark's two teenage sons, who have now been aged up post-crisis, as they learn that their father is in fact Superman. So it will definitely be interesting to see how this unfolds, whether or not they did some investigation of their own and confronts Clark about it, or maybe Lois and Clark just decide they are old enough to learn the truth and it's time to tell them, or I guess the other option is that something happens, some accident or whatever, and it forces Clark to use his powers around them and he has to come clean at that point. But I did think it was kind of funny how the kids were like, "We've seen Superman before, there's no way you're him," and Clark just flies and picks up the truck to prove it. So yeah, there you go, your dad's Superman. But finally, the trailer ends off with some quick montage shots, some more of Superman in action, a bit more of the Stranger, as well as Clark and Lois having a heart-to-heart conversation. Again, this could be them deciding to tell the kids about the Superman truth of it all. But overall, guys, I absolutely loved this trailer. The show looks incredible, the CGI and VFX are on point, and the way different shots are composed really give it that cinematic vibe. The tone seems to be somewhere in between something like The Flash or Supergirl, with some lighthearted and hopeful bits, but it is also not too afraid to lean a bit more into some heavier themes when it needs to. I'm just so pumped that they're putting so much effort into the show and giving them that extra HBO Max budget, and as I've said before, I love Superman. He's one of my favorite DC heroes. I love the Superman family, Lois, the Super Sons, all of it. The trailer almost felt like a mix of Man of Steel and Superman Returns, with some very unique elements thrown in there as well. This is going to be like getting a mini Superman movie every week, and I couldn't be any more excited. I just can't wait to see Tyler Hoechlin, Elizabeth Tulloch, and everybody else in action here in the Superman and Lois pilot next month. But with all of that said, guys, thank you so much for all of your recent support here on the channel. DCTV is back in full force, and we'll be getting even more Arrowverse greatness at the end of February and beginning of March, so just let me know what you thought about this trailer down there in the comments below. What do you think of this movie quality feel for the show? What are your theories on the Stranger, and what are you most excited to see from Superman and Lois when the series premieres on February 23rd? Just let me know your thoughts on all of this down there in the comments below. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.